Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat, Saturday night Slowdown. I hope everybody has had a good week and is ready for next week. So I'm on here. It's been a crazy couple of days for me. But before I get into that, I think I should just, talk about how my day was. So today was a cool day. Um, actually did a bunch of nothing. In the morning, hey, Jazzy Nicolette. Hey, Jeremy, sorry. How you guys doing? Hey, kissies. So you guys, I didn't do hardly anything this morning. I'm usually up early. Well, early for me. Hey, Van Life. How's my new friend? Y'all, Van Life today just made her 1K, y'all. She just got her 1K today, y'all. So congratulations to her for that. But I slept in this morning. I was lazy. I stayed in the bed hey, underrated darkness, until after 11 o'clock West Coast time. So, that means 2 in the afternoon for those of you on the East Coast. I slept in. Then I got up, and, listened to a couple of live streams. It was in the live stream and helped Van Life with Gina Payne get to her 1K. And I've been listening to all this stuff. Now, you guys, I said a little bit about the Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith situation. And I was going to leave it alone. I was. And then she brought it to the red table yesterday. Y'all, what was that 15 minutes of foolishness? It was 15 minutes of foolishness. And she calls her affair, because let's call it what it is, her affair, full-blown affair, an entanglement. Like, what the hell is an entanglement, y'all? And then did anybody see that, the look that Will gave her? Like, when she said entanglement, like, he's like, oh, entanglement. So that's what we call it. Exactly. That's what she called it, an entanglement. Now, y'all know, I like Jada. Okay. But, girl, what did you do? And I don't care what the heck Will did before this, because we all know that he supposedly has his side pieces and everything. But did nobody know about them? This dude is bringing up something that apparently happened several years ago. So now he's all butthurt. What? Because he's bringing out he's got an album coming out. It doesn't make her look like a hero. And let's talk about that. Why is it that when older women get with younger men, we look like it's everybody frowns on it. But if it's an older guy, except for R. Kelly, because we're gonna just push him over there to the side because we're not even gonna include him in this. He's got issues. But if it's an older guy, nobody says nothing. Not a daggone thing. But Jada making Will look like a punk, okay? And I think that Will's alpha male, but shouts out to DS1 for calling it a blue pill alpha, not a red pill alpha, because he made a very good point. Shouts out to DS1. No red pill brother would allow his woman to go out and do with someone else to make herself happy. No cheating. No, 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 no. But this chick, I don't know. Maybe, I think that Will was not her first choice, you know, because let's see, you know, even though she says that she was close to Tupac, okay, before Will Smith, everyone knows that she was engaged to Grant Hill. Before Grant Hill got with his wife, Tamia, he was with Jada Pinkett at the time when he was in college. So I mean, Jada, I'm not gonna say she has a type, but I guess she has a type when it comes to the nice kind of guys. You know, Grant Hill, Will Smith, the nice kind of guys. But I think she likes guys that are more like Tupac. And I don't think, I know people say allegedly they think that they might have been together. I don't think that they were ever together. I think that maybe Jada wanted that, but Tupac didn't. That's my personal opinion. She cheated on Will with this singer, August Alsina, who's now 27 or 26 or 27. But at the time that this happened, he was like 20 or 21. And Jada is close to 50. So she would have been well into her 40s at the time of this. What do we want to call it? Spring winter affair. And it was a full blown affair. I mean, full blown. She went on trips. There's pictures and everything, you know. And now people may not remember, but she had August Alsina on the Red Table Talk, and in that she's talking about how they're good friends and everything. No mention of this situation that happened. Now, granted, it's not our business, but now that it's out there, and as Will and Jada want to say, Black Twitter got a hold of it. No, not just Black Twitter. Black Facebook, Black YouTube, Black Instagram. Everybody got a hold of it. I mean, there are so many memes of the expression on Will's face. And there's even a video. Somebody made a little video loop of them saying entrapment, or entanglement. Yeah, entanglement. Hey, uppity unicorn. That's what I said. I believe that he stepped out too, because according to them, they were separated. They were separated within their marriage, so they had taken a time out. But see, here's the thing. Let me just put this out there. This is from a mature woman's perspective. When there's a timeout in the marriage, the timeout is for him. It's not for you. Even if he says it's for you, it's not for you. You know, see, some men who, and I'll say the cheating type, they can handle it if they're cheating, but if you cheat, it's a done deal. Now, supposedly, they've got this certain type of arrangement, and they're trying to do this ride or die thing, but if you're going to be ride or die, why are you stepping out on each other? Let me just, if y'all don't want to be together, you know, but are we dealing with this cheaper to keep her? Because maybe they didn't have a prenup. Hey, Teron, I didn't even see you come in. Oh, yeah. But I think, Kizzies, I agree with you. But you know what, girl? I think Will's about to act a plumb fool. He about to show his behind. That's what I think's going to happen. And there's nothing she can say about it because she picked the wrong dude to step out with. Usually women are smarter. But she wasn't smart. She wasn't smart about it. And then, you why would you pick a person who clearly is broken? August Alsina was a broken individual. And then you played on his vulnerability to fix yourself. You know what? I think you're right about that, Kizzies. I think you're right. There isn't any reason for them to keep up the facade. You know, they are what they are, I guess, But I guess right now they're gonna keep a united front, at least for the moment. But Will is not a happy camper. And I'm telling you, I'm just trying to understand. This is some Hollywood mess, y'all. Hollywood shiznick. Cause normal people don't do this stuff, you know. Most men and women, if you are in a marriage, you know, you want to be with that person in all ways. And if stuff starts to get, boring or whatever, figure it out. Find a way to fix it within the relationship. Why are we stepping out? And this is stepping out while staying in the relationship. Both of them. It's just destructive to me. It's destructive, you know. And unfortunately, they're one of Black Hollywood's longest running marriages, because Tisha Campbell is divorced from Dwayne Martin. I mean, we have the Washingtons over there, but they keep their business so far out of Hollywood, and their kids are all grown too. But those two clearly, and I'm speaking of the Washingtons, clearly love each other and know how to keep their business out of the press. And I don't think they have an open marriage. That's why they don't, they're not out there in the Hollywood scene. Now, same thing is true with Jada and Will. They weren't out there in the Hollywood scene, but they was out there in some kind of Hollywood scene. I told y'all that I heard about, those kind of parties that went on out here in LA. And it was a crowd, it was mixed crowd. In other words, you had people who were celebrities and people that were not celebrities at these kind of parties. But, from what the people that I know that participated in those types of things told me, they used to have non-disclosures. they couldn't have, cameras and, or cell phones, anything to take photographic stuff and those things. I mean, that kind of stuff has been going on for years. Now, of course, now with Corona, I'm sure they're not doing that kind of stuff now, but telling you, there's some wild stuff that goes on. And, you know, and I mean, it's just, some of these people just, they think because they're at a certain level, they can just do whatever the heck that they want. But, you know, I think that we clearly have a different definition of what a marriage is. Because, I mean, we've heard Jada talk about that she's not really into the institutional marriage and everything yet, and still she's married, um, legally, to Will Smith. Um, and she kind of wants to do her own thing and everything, and maybe she has intimated in that she had stepped out, or that they had taken a break in some of the red table talk. But I just didn't think it was like this, y'all. I did not. Hey, Matt. I did not think it was gonna be like this. I'm like, this is. Ooh, and the whole world is seeing it. And then when they got on the red table talk, they were laughing the whole time. It was like a joke. It wasn't. They didn't. It wasn't serious. They didn't really take it serious. Like, yeah, laughing. You know. But actually, I think he was serious when he said, "I'm gonna get you back." He laughed when he said it, but I think he got some more to do. He fixing to do some stuff because their kids are grown, and I mean they still live in the house, but they're grown. But this is, I mean, if you try to dissect it and you look at Will, maybe this is the reason why Will's been doing some of this crazy stuff that he's done, since he turned 50. Think about it, because he knew about this. He's known about this for a moment. We're all just finding out about something that happened a few years ago. Because if this happened around the time that August Alsina was like in his early 20s, we're talking like 6 or 7 years ago. But I don't think it was a short. All the kids knew, I bet. I don't know, because their parents are kind of, you know, they're very open about how they live their lives with their kids. I don't know. But this kid is not much older than their kids. And literally, Jada is old enough to be this boy's mama. That's too young. You know? Doesn't she remember what happened to, sorry, y'all, I'm chewing on something. Doesn't she remember what happened to Demi Moore and Granted? She was married to Ashton, and she was already divorced when that situation happened and everything. But look at who he's with now. He ain't with her no more. And I don't know what August Alsina thought. Did he really think that Jada Pinkett Smith was going to leave Will Smith? Not when they apparently had given each other permission at that time to do their own thing. You know? Now, I highly think it is unlikely that Will just told him to go ahead and do the do. And from my perspective, even though he was a youngster at the time, and he shouldn't have got with her, you know. And by the same token, she shouldn't have taken it there. All right, well, van life, Gina Payne, we're on the same coast, so I will see you in another chat. Hopefully, I'll catch you in one of your lives. Thank you so much for coming through. So, yeah, Jada's has embarrassed Will. So, you know, if he does nothing, then everybody's gonna look at him as a simp or beta male. Point blank. So he's gonna do something. And it's not gonna be nice for Jada. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I don't know. They say that they're past it, you know, but with August deciding to bring it all back up, and now the whole world gets to know about it, I don't know. Like I said, it's very hard, you know, for a man to get over a woman that he loves cheating on him. You know, even if he cheated. You know, I know it's crazy, but that's usually a deal breaker for most guys. Even when they were the one cheating and she did it in retaliation. Now, who knows? Maybe Will had been doing something before this time happened, and maybe that's what made her unhappy, so to speak, in her marriage, and led to her deciding to go this route. But I'm not excusing it. I'm not going to excuse her. Wrong is wrong. Oh, he does. He has all the power right now. Because whoever his side pieces were, they're not saying anything. They're not going to say nothing. They're not going to say nothing. They're not going to say anything. So now he's going to look like, you know, Gina, Jada did all this to him. You know, even though we know, we've heard about, you know, he seems to have a preference for maybe going outside of the race sometimes with his side pieces. You know, but I'm just gonna say this. Miss Jada better watch her back. You know, I don't know if they had a prenup or not. I'm sure even if they had a prenup after the fact of them having two kids and the kids being grown and everything, it doesn't even matter because they've been married for so long. But, ooh, this does not make her look good at all. No way, no how. She looks like a basic, you know, girl. This is this is some basic chick moves. This is how basic women move. What she did. And, you know, she wants us to not think that's who she is. But and this is some basic chick stuff. You know. And let's be frank. Will Smith has always been intimidated by the, had an issue. Well, let me say not intimidated, but kind of had an issue because she had such a close friendship with Tupac Shakur. And he is nothing like Tupac. You know, of course, you know, Tupac is not the street dude either that everybody, wants to make him out to be. Tupac is the child of Black Panthers, y'all. He was an activist who happened to be a rapper and an actor, and had a prophetic message for his generation. But he was not really a thug. He even took the acronym for thug. You know, thug life. He took it and, you know, made it into an acronym. I can't remember what it actually means right now. I think they hate something. I forget what it means. I have it written down somewhere. I'll have to bring it up. And I mean, his godmother is my soror, Nikki Giovanni. Okay? That's who Tupac is. You know, he was not really a thug. That wasn't who he was. He was an artist. You know, he wasn't about that life. He just put on that persona. But he was more of what I think Jada was attracted to. Because even though he was an artist, he wasn't no soft dude with his little short self. You know, and he'd run up on somebody. Even though it wasn't like he could fight, but he wasn't scared. Okay? And even though, Will Smith was from Philly, he wasn't about that kind of life. I mean, the kind of rapper that he was compared to the kind of rapper that Tupac was, come on now. You know, totally different. A totally different type of people. You know. But, Will Smith wanted to be married. So I think that's part of the reason why they got married. I think Jada didn't care if they got married or not. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't no punk. He wasn't no punk. So, and I mean, I'm not saying that Will Smith is a punk or anything, because I don't see him as that. He's just a different type of dude. I mean, he was the Fresh Prince. You know, it was him and Jazzy Jeff, the Fresh Prince from Philly. You know, and and he didn't come from the bad part of Philly, as far as I know. But Jada grew up in the bad part of Baltimore. And she did some of the things that Tupac talked about doing, like dealing drugs and stuff. So she had a very different childhood, I think, from what Will Smith had in Philly. But I do believe that they somehow thought themselves kindred spirits, you know, because, at least we know that they were friends for some time before they actually got married. And, who knows? They seemed to be happy all those years. But maybe that was just a facade for us to think that they were happy, you know? And I don't understand what was Jada not why was she so unhappy, and why did she feel that her husband was responsible for her happiness? Because we all know that we have to be happy within ourselves first. You right about that, Matt. He did. But I don't think this situation is going to go away very soon for these people. I think it's going to go on for a moment. And I mean, Black social media is just having a field day. They having so much fun with this. I mean, just think about it. For months and months and months, all people could talk about was, the pandemic. Okay. Then after that, we've been really dealing with, police brutality and all of those things. You know, Finally, people are seeing these, you know, Hollywood stars showing their behinds. Even if it was from a few years ago, we're talking about it now. Hey, Magnum. So, I don't know if Will Smith perceived himself to be a red pill brother. I think he does consider himself an alpha male, but letting your wife go out and have a full blown affair for years, it appears. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, Bayou. Hey, Miss Bunny. And did y'all see Tiffany Haddish shaved her freaking head? Did y'all see this woman shaved off her head? What's going on with her? Is she losing it? She shaved her head. I mean, who else did that shaving their head? Wasn't that isn't that what Britney Spears did back in the day? I hope Tiffany not having a breakdown on us and stuff. And she didn't even give us any reason. It's just, one picture and then the next picture you see her shaving her hair and then now she has a no hair. I mean, are, is Black Hollywood that bored? They need to start. Maybe these people need to get back to work. You know, Shaving your head, girl. I mean, was she doing the big chop? I don't think so because I don't even think she perms her hair. I think she just flat irons it and puts weave in, clip-ons, whatever. Oh, okay. She got good hair. She got waves. Well, she ain't got no hair now, Matt. She ain't got no hair now. She done decided to go bald on us. Y'all know my son always does this. Always does that when I'm doing the show. He says, I need some ice right now. But it doesn't matter that my mom is doing a live stream. Daryl Strawberry. I ain't heard that name in a minute. He broke my friend's heart. Because I went to school with the McGee sisters. Yeah, Paula's a minister now. She's Reverend Paula McGee. And that whole relationship, that had her all jacked up. She didn't even go to the Olympics behind that dude. Daryl Strawberry. I actually did some session work back in the day. Because, he had a record company. And I went and did some session work with somebody that was assigned to his label. Drove out to the middle of nowhere. and did a couple of songs. Yeah, I remember him. What is Daryl Strawberry doing these days? Nothing. Yeah, he wasn't. And then I think he got married, and he wasn't real. He wasn't real cool with his wife. I think that he did the stuff that he did to Paula, and after that, dude had a nasty um, drug problem, and it just spilled out. You know, she but yeah, now Paula is a minister, and then Pam's son plays in the NBA. I forget who he played for the Clippers. I forget who he plays for now, or he played for the Lakers. One of those. He played for one of them, but I forget who he plays for now. Yeah, but here's the thing, y'all. Tiffany is really more of a comedic actress than she is a comedian. Even though most of the time when she's in a film, she's playing herself, except for that Mob Wives one. She was not playing Tiffany in that movie. She was on one. Carmen was in that movie too, I think. I wonder if that was real when they supposedly were together. But she's not really a comedian. I mean, I liked her one where she did the Black Mitzvah. That one was funny. You know. And it's not that she's not funny. It's that she hasn't been doing this for that long. I mean, yeah, I remember the things she did back in the day with Snoop and everything, but still, she hasn't been doing stand up for as long as some of these other comics that didn't blow up, and she did. And yeah, she needs to concentrate on something. But yeah, she's clearly been bored. Cause y'all know she did the little gardening thing with the mermaid costume on. It's like, what are you doing? And now she done shaved her head. Poor baby. She needs work. I guess she needs to stay relevant. But shaving your head, girl? Really? That's how you stay relevant, Miss Haddish? Girl. And it's not like she don't have steady work, because she's on that the last OG with Tracy that's on Netflix. She's doing movies and stuff. Ain't nobody forgot about you yet, Tiffany. Now they're gonna talk about you shaving your head. You know? But unfortunately, you shaving your head is not gonna outshadow this foolery with Will and Jada. We're all shaking our heads, trying to figure out what the heck these two people are doing. Yeah, this is a little thirst on her part. You know. And I mean, I'm on social media, but Man, since we've been in this shutting down, I'm barely on social media outside of when I'm posting something about my YouTube channel. I'm barely on my IG. I'm barely on my Facebook. I'm barely on my Twitter. Unless I have something to say, because it's just a bunch of people out there who are saying things to get attention, and I'm not with it. But I agree. And I like Tiffany, but child, I think she's doing too much. She's doing way too much. Because ain't no way in hell I'm shaving all my hair off for nobody. I don't need that much attention. I don't need that much attention. So. Oh, I forgot the chicken on the red carpet. That's right. She had it in her purse. Oh, that was so ghetto. All us black people were just like, girl, Tiffany, what you doing? Stop it. And then she talked about it. Girl, don't be talking about that. You know? That's why they was worried about her being at Beyonce's party. Make sure Tiffany didn't go around telling all the business. Cause she that girl. She the girl that's gonna tell all your business. Ain't gonna be no secret around Miss Tiffany. And I know she just being herself, but sometimes less is more. That was a that was one of them things. Just like when she did that show, when she was toe up from the flow up. Now, granted, she's been able to laugh about it and, you know, pretty much bounce back from it, but we ain't gonna forget. Ain't nobody forgetting about that foolishness. I don't even think you can find it online because I think she made sure that one or had some people to make that one go away. But we all know about it. We all know about it. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like Tiffany. You know, but I don't really see her as a comedian. I see her as a comedic actress. You know. Now here's someone not like now. I'll use Lunel as an example. Lunel started out as a comedian, and she was good as a comedian. She was really good as a comedian. Okay, she still gets out there and does it, from time to time. You know, but now people see her more as a comedic actress. But I think that Lunel has a better comedy show than Tiffany does because she has more experience. It's the experience level. Tiffany has a very interesting story and she knows how to work it into her comedy. I think, her putting that book out there, telling about her life helps and everything. But, she just needs, if she wants to be seen as a comedian, which I'm not sure if that's really what she wants. But if, she's trying to be like Kevin Hart, making money on the stage as well as in movies and stuff, she just gonna have to work on her craft. You know, she's gonna have to work on her craft. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, work on the craft. But cutting your hair off, Lord, just to get some attention, girl. Why would you do something like that? I mean, I just looked at the Instagram when she did that, like, was shaking my head. Because I follow her on Instagram. I follow a lot of folk, including a lot of YouTubers. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe nobody was talking about her enough. Maybe that's why the common thing was up. Maybe that was to get some attention back then too. Yeah. Well, Kat said that, he said that she was funny, but he said that she blew up too fast and that she was not ready for a comedy tour. And let's just be real. She proved him right with that New Year's um, show. Because I think that show was right after that. You know, you can say what you want about Kat, but Kat tells the truth. Okay? Cat Williams tells the truth. And I hate how they keep doing him and stuff, but Cat keeps bouncing back. He keeps coming on back. You know? Because that's his thing. Now Cat's one of those ones who is really a comedian who happens to do comedic act work, okay? You know, like he was in one of the Fridays. But we know him for being a comedian, and he just takes that comedy into the acting. But what I think about Cat first as a comedic actor, oh, this man got years and years, and I mean he is one of the most articulate about what is really going on. Cat Williams is smart, y'all. I mean, he's one of those comics that he tells you the truth and turns it into comedy, but he's telling you still what's going on. He's getting good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, look, you got Dave Chappelle, my homeboys from DC. You got D.L. Hughley, who is back to talking his shiznick, so he's doing better. You got Cat Williams. Let me think, who else you got? I don't consider Mike Epps as funny. He's funny, but yeah, he's not really at that same level with these guys. You know, I mean, Chris Rock is up there, obviously, and then I'll give Kevin his due for his newfound type of comedy, but his comedy is generally about him, his life, and that kind of stuff. He doesn't really go into the political kind of stuff like these other comics do. You know, so that's he's doing a different type of comedy than they are. You know, but right now in this current climate, the kind of comedy we need to see is the Dave Chappelle, the D.L. Hughley, the Cat Williams, you know, that kind. And and if Chris Rock want to get out there and rock it too. But need brothers out there telling the truth. Speaking of, apparently Dave Chappelle told us some truth in his 846. Apparently, allegedly, my homeboy messed around with Azalea Banks. Why would he mess around with Azalea Banks? I'm just saying. Not that she's not a pretty girl or anything, but she is that chick that is going to tell the world, and she did. And he confirmed, I guess, allegedly, supposedly, you know, I don't know. He got a Filipino wife, and see, they crazy, so I don't know what his wife is going to do. She's not going to leave him though, you know. But apparently, he stepped out on her with Miss Azalea Banks herself, little Lulu. That girl's loony to me. She got some issues. Yeah, Chris is funny. Chris Rock is hilarious. Even watching his old stuff. I like to watch the one that he did where it was right before 44 became president, where he was talking about there would never, ever be a black president. The one he did, I think, was around the world. He did part of it in the U.S. He did part of it in London. He did part of it in South Africa. That was a good one. I think that was the blacker one, something. I can't remember the name. No, Chris is funny. You know, but we don't even, I mean, there's not even any the only younger comedians we got that we can think of right now. I mean, I can think of is like Tiffany, who's still trying to hone her craft if she wants to be considered a comedian. And you know, you got Kevin. I mean, the 30 somethings, they're the 30 somethings. You know, but they almost out of their 30s. And who's behind them? You know? Oh, they had lock bags on your cell phones. They're doing that stuff. I know I believe Dave Chappelle was the first one who did that one. Took everybody's phones when they come to his show. You get your phone back at the end of the show. You know, and it was, you know, his idea was to say, you know, if you so busy on your phone, you're not enjoying the show. You're busy taping the show. So this way, you have to enjoy the show. Then you don't hear no phones ringing, nothing. So I remember when Dave first did that, but it's starting to be a trend. I don't blame them though, because the thing is that comedy should not be censored. And if you have somebody coming in there with, you know, videotaping it, then it may become a censored thing. Now, I may not agree with some of the things that certain comics say who are not black, you know, that may be what I consider to be racist comments, you know, but just like I want my First Amendment right, I can't deny them their First Amendment rights, even though I think they're ignorant as hell. Took off. Yeah, he did. That was really good for him. You know, Shaquille really gave him a boost, and that's the one thing. Um, you know, with Shaquille's comedy, he really gives, you know, black comics a spotlight on there. You know, um, my boy Tommy Davidson has done his thing. Um, for those of you who don't know, Tommy Davidson is also from Washington D.C. and I actually know Tommy. You know, I've known Tommy. I knew Tommy from when he first came to California, um, and we met through other friends from DC. And I was around him when his career first started and everything. It broke my heart when he started messing with those drugs and everything, because he wasn't even into that kind of stuff when he first got into this. That was some Black Hollywood stuff, because Tommy's a funny dude and he should have been much bigger than he ended up being, and I blame it on, he got hooked on some, he got out there, messed up his first marriage behind them drugs. It is a spoiler too. You're right about that. But the other thing is that, it also can, cause, comedians to censor themselves when I don't think that they should. I think they should say what they want to say. That's the whole point of us coming to the shows. When we're going to shows and we're watching people like a D.L. Hughley or a Dave Chappelle or a Cat Williams or Chris Rock, we're there for them to, to tell their truth about what's going on in this country from their perspective, using comedy to give that message. But Tiffany has a long way to go, y'all. And cutting off your hair to get people to watch you. I'm like, you got followers. We seeing your stuff come through our news feed on IG if we're watching it. Now I'm thinking you crazy. I'm like, why you cut your hair off, girl? What you doing? Is it for a part? Now, if she did it for a part, and she's just trying to give us, a first look at her for the part, okay, I'll take that. But if this is just to get attention, girl, bye with that. I know they all did good. I was so happy when Tommy was on there and everything, because that really helped his career. I mean, helped Jamie, helped Jim Carrey, all of them. All of them did really good on there, you know. And it was good to see that, the Wayans brothers, Keenan wasn't just trying to help his family, he was trying to help other folk. Because, think about it. Do we Would we have ever heard of Jim Carrey if he hadn't been on In Living Color? Because he was not the kind of comedy that would have made it to SNL. The comedians that were on In Living Color were hilarious, but they were not Saturday Night Live type of comedy, because the envelopes that Keenan pushed on In Living Color would not have worked on Saturday Night Live. The entire, there's so many Wayans. I'm like, you can't even keep up with them. And then they got their kids. Now you got their kids too. Damon's son is out there, and he's had a couple of shows. Damon Wayans' son, Damon Wayans Jr., has had a couple of shows. He looks just like his dad. They all look alike though. So, but yeah. And then I know that Marlon had a comedy special on Netflix. It was actually pretty funny. I don't know what Sean's doing. I don't know. Sean, nice looking guy, but dude ain't never been married as far as I know. I think he's the only Wayans brother who's never been married. Really nice looking dude though, but he ain't never been married. He don't have no kids. I'm just saying. Just making a little point. Just making a little point. You know, just calling it like I see it. Oh, just calling it like I see it, y'all. All right, I'm gonna come on camera. Let me let's see, cause I'm on my mobile today. I'm not actually on the computer. Low budget movies, yeah, yeah. He did those at yeah, but I'm telling you, I don't know about this dude. That's just my comment. All right, let me turn the camera on, cause I'm literally laying down. See, see, I'm laying down on the sofa. Thank you guys for coming through and hanging out. It was a good little chit chat, especially the part about Will and Jada. Yeah, and you see, my son has decided that it's time for me to stop doing what I'm doing too, huh? Yeah, Jim's done a bunch of stuff. Now he's kind of like, silent. You don't hear too much about him. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. Before I go, I'm gonna offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm not gonna let my son get on the camera. He wants to, but I've told him no because I am laying on the sofa. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be back on. I might come on during the day. We'll see how that works. But until then, see you guys. Peace, everybody.